That's so gross.
It's
beef burrito.
Yeah, it's partially beef. It's beef filler. Yum.
I don't know what that means.
This is what?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Boneyard Arcade podcast. As always, I'm Lucky.
I'm gonna be sick.
And I'm Josh.
We're back for another week. As you can see, not in the Black Widow costume because y'all didn't get the video to 1,000 in like the tiny time frame that I set. I was like,
You gave them, like,
hey, there's like 12 hours to do this. Go watch the video. And everyone tried. They're damnedest.
We're
I didn't
recording
give them...
tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And we need like 700 views.
Yeah.
Get it there.
I felt kind of bad.
Did
but
pretty well. We got close. Ish.
I can't believe you're still eating it. It's really gross. What does this even say on the thing? Give me that. Let me look at it.
Have a gander.
Dan is eating...
This is because what did you promise last week?
I don't know. I was like every time.
What gross shit did you promise last week?
I finished work. I rushed to get home and do like a quick setup and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'll get some like on the go dinner.
Heat in 2 minutes.
Right?
2 minutes is not enough.
No, it's not.
It's not enough for whatever that is.
I'll get some on the go dinner, and I did say that I was going to have a burger, which I stuck to. I stuck to the promise. I've got the burger. But when I was buying the burger, I also found the burrito, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Is it good like the one in the I was going to say in the Deadpool movie where he just chucks it into the microwave and he like puts it on?
Probably the same thing. It's not good.
It doesn't look appetizing.
There are a lot of numbers on the back of this.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers usually mean headaches tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. What are they, like thickener and emulsifier? And
There's one called Humectant.
That doesn't sound like...
I mean, I'm probably pronouncing it really like... It's probably a really common word. It's probably a really common word, and I'm just an idiot. But yeah, there's some interesting ones. There's a B17 there, I think, emulsifier.
Don't worry, it says 100% Australian beef, no artificial colours or flavours. Caution, product will be very hot. Be careful to avoid steam burns. Wait, hang on. Made in Australia from at least 70% Australian. Oh, that's Australian.
Yeah, no, I
ingredients.
saw that too. I was like,
at least it's kind of mainly Australian.
At
Where
least
was the thing that said
70%
that it
raccoon.
was like 27% beef or some shit?
It's just
It's in the fine print. It's fucked.
You have to. The thing is, normally ingredients are written so they're ordered by the amount of them. So you know, if you get a drink, it usually starts with water on it, and then it's whatever else.
Yep.
This one starts with the tortilla, but I don't know how that makes any sense.
I was kind of glad it
I think
started with a tortilla,
35% of it is a tortilla.
Yeah, because like if there's no tortilla in my burrito, I'm fucking pissed.
There we go. That's what it is. So 65% of your burrito was beef filling, of which 24% was beef.
There you go.
What's the other? What's the other percent?
Those are good odds.
What's the other percent?
No idea.
That's like when we go to America and we eat hot dogs at the baseball game and we'll be like, hot dogs. What is a hot dog? Why do they call it a dog?
I'm going to take the tooth out of my hot dog.
And
Not
all the
my tooth. It's a
shit.
it's a pig's tooth. But the thing that scared
Guess
me
the
about
animal.
this, which
It's like a lucky dip.
I picked it up.
So fucking gross.
It's obviously it's by a brand called On the Menu. Sponsor me.
They make
I'll eat it.
Hashtag not an ad.
Normal stuff
What
too.
the fuck,
It's not
man?
all microwave burritos.
But the image that they use, there's rice throughout it, and it makes it look like maggots are in there.
Ever the optimist.
But
When I picked it up, I was like, "What the fuck is that? Why would you advertise it like that?"
Burritos have rice in them, don't they?
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, we all know that, but like, they're spaced out and shit. It looks like fucking maggots. It's not good
I
marketing.
see what you're talking about because the picture is kind of fuzzy. Like, it's
and they're
soft.
like all poking out all over the place as well, like maggots do when they like lift their heads out of the thing.
Yeah, like when you get a burrito, it kind of like you put it in a slab. Like you put the rice on and then you put like the slab of everything else. So when you roll it up, it sits in like a location.
Yeah.
That's just like shit's fucked.
Well, that's because obviously the way they make it is they get their 24% beef filling and they glug it all together in a big pot, throw in some raccoons, filler.
Yeah.
That's what the other 76% is. And then once they've got their raccoon meat slosh, they pump it through like a fire hose into burritos, slice them up, package them, and send it.
And then I buy it.
Yeah.
And eat it.
I'd eat raccoon. I hear that it's really
I probably
gamey
would.
and it's like quite
I
lean.
don't know if I'd eat raccoon.
Yeah, I probably would. I'm game to try weird meats.
I've probably eaten
I got
weird meats.
Where could Frank have got weird meat?
I got a guy for everything. You've got a guy? I got a guy for everything. Been watching Always Sunny all day.
Couldn't tell. I have distracted you with my foods. I'm going to go back to having dinner eventually with my burger. But
yeah.
You guys mentioned before we started that you had an encounter, and I'm trying to get out of what the encounter is. You were like, don't talk about it now. Talk about it on the show. And I was like, we're on the show now. And we're 6 minutes in.
It's not that
great.
It's not even it's not as interesting as your 27% beef filler.
And counter is like a strong word. Like that implies like it makes people think of ghosts and things. this was. Do you want to tell a story, love?
No. Well, we were driving here and it's foggy as fuck, right?
Yeah, it's like Silent Hill out there.
It's scary as shit. We couldn't see like an inch in front of us. As we're driving around, we come to the main road. I don't know. You know where?
Big 3-lane road.
Northmead.
You know where the Coke thing is?
Pancakes on the rocks near
that
there.
corner. Yeah.
Right.
Northmead.
So near there's like this big like 4-lane road, and one lane is a turning lane, and it goes off like down the motorway or whatever. So we're driving up, and we're the first car like cab off the rank. It's really fucking dark, and we see like a car that seems to be like in the middle of the road, and we're like, that's a bit weird. And then we realize the car is like fucking sideways across
it
2
like,
lanes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like somebody had gone, I'm trying to get from the turning lane to the other lane, but there'd be no reason to do that because there's nowhere to turn. So it's like they were doing that, but then they stalled or something.
Okay.
And they were just sat in the middle of like blocking two of 3 lanes.
Yeah.
And then I blocked a third one.
Yeah, we pull up and we're looking at the car, and I was just like,
what the fuck are you doing?
He was blocking 2 lanes. He was 45 degrees on in a matte black like 90s Camry.
Yeah.
You know,
P-plates, red P-plate.
Perfect fucking color.
I know, right?
Exactly. And so I've just pulled up, opened the window, and I'm like, hey, you know,
are you alright?
No. The way that he did it, he was like, "Hey, mate, are you okay? Like, is everything alright?"
And was,
he didn't.
Oi!
No, it wasn't because if you fucking let me finish, all right, shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. I'm trying to make you sound like a good guy instead of a cunt. You're fucking undoing it all. So he pulls up and he's like, "Hey, mate, are you okay?" Oh yeah, fuck.
That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. Just don't put threesome in the thumbnail.
Look at us.
We lasted 8 minutes.
All right.
We'll put goat sounds over it. So pull up and Josh says, "Hey mate, are you okay?" Because the dude's sitting with the door open and he's on his phone. He's like, "Oh," and he's kind of ignored Josh, and Josh is like, "Oi, mate!" And the guy's like, "Grr," and he's dopey as fuck. He's put his head out the window. He's like, "Grr," and Josh is like, "Are you okay?" And then he muttered something.
Yeah,
and
I was like, "Are you all right?" And then I was like, "Do you want us to help you push your car?"
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh no, I think it starts." And I'm like,
"It's in the middle of the fucking road."
And I was like, "What?" And I was just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. And I just drove off. I was like, this just doesn't make any sense to me. I was like, is this like a mugging or carjacking?
It was
trying to be
strange.
What's going on here?
It was really weird. So that was
Might
our
have been, like,
encounter.
Junked out from the fucking hospital because it's not far from there.
Is it
no idea.
That's weird.
It was like he was lost, and you know,
lost in the middle of a fucking 4-lane.
It was the kind of situation, yeah. If it was pulled over on the side of, you know, a weird street somewhere, and he was in this situation, door open on the phone, you'd be like, okay, dude's obviously lost.
I know
this was
road. This is a very main road. Yeah.
Like maybe not a motorway, but you know, like it's a major arterial road, and he's parked diagonally across all these lanes.
Yeah,
didn't make any sense. Very confusing. Still not sure what was going on.
What the fuck? That's.
Yeah, I know. I drove away with the same.
We tried to be helpful as well. Like, I was like, "Do you want us to help you move your car?" And he's like, "No, I think it's stop." It's like, oh my god, really? Just tell us yes or no. I will get out and push the goddamn car right now.
And then I'm pretty sure, and with the fog and all, you know, you didn't get as much time either to make out what it was. So we're like, okay, this is kind of unsafe. We'll try and help the guy. And then I'm pretty sure it drove off. After we sort of drove off, we were like in the rear view.
Yeah, that's typical.
I don't know.
It's typical of out this way.
It was a bit weird.
Yeah. People are a bit. No, I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to generalize and say everyone's weird, but there are some. Today's just been strange.
It's just one of them days. I had a really nice day. I had a really nice moment the other day. This is not like me, right? I don't have nice things. And I was going to say, I'm like, damn, this does not happen.
So
I hop off the train to go to my volleyball game on Monday nights. I have to catch the train out to Artarmon. I get off the train. I've got about 20 minutes to kill before I get picked up to go to my game. And there's a homeless man watching me eat a sandwich.
Oh.
I'm literally sitting on a bench.
And you said this was a good thing?
I'm eating this sandwich.
I'm waiting.
And he's like, he's done this, he's walked past, he's rummaging through the garbage bin, through the trash. And he kind of comes back my way, looks at me eating at the looks at me as I'm eating this sandwich. And he didn't come up to me and be like, hey, can I have some sandwich? Or hey, can I have some money? He literally just looked and was like, oh, like, you've got a sandwich. Like, that looks really nice. And walked off.
Oh.
Yeah, right? And so
how the other half live.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, he was kind of like heading off, and so I walked into like the chicken shop.
Yeah.
And I bought him like a few pieces of chicken and some chips, and I was like, this is really warm. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
Plus, like, potato is filling as fuck.
Fuck
right?
yeah.
So, like, some fried potato and some
You're a thinking
pieces
man.
of chicken.
I
Yeah,
like
and
it.
I was like, what's like $9.50? Like, you know,
Nothing.
right? So I bought this dude chicken.
Give
And
the
he
gift
was
of
like,
chicken.
I gave it to him, and he was like, oh my God, you're so kind. Thank you so much. And he got tears in his eyes. And I was like, I don't have emotions, but you're welcome. And was like, you know, stay warm, and kept going. And then he just followed me around for 20 minutes. I was just really happy he had chicken and
Hey,
food.
you
and
made a
stuff.
friend.
Yeah. But he just kind of followed me around. I didn't know if it was because he finished the chicken, because he like smashed it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was kind of just like hoping that if he tagged around a bit more, I'd be able to give him something else. But like, I was like, you know, I'd be full off that chicken and chips.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I don't want to like go over the top
Yeah.
and be that guy who's just like,
What else can I
feel
get you?
bad for you, because like, I don't want to make someone feel bad about the situation they're in. I want to help them if they're in one.
Yeah,
And that's it.
that's
So I was
it.
like, Dan had a fucking moment,
When the fuck did you?
right?
What the fuck
When
is
did I
this?
get assaulted?
You got
happening?
very close to feeling feelings.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of the dinosaur movie, which are we allowed to spoil the moment? Did anyone guess that?
What?
Discord?
Oh,
You guys guessed it,
the
didn't
moment
you? The
where
moment
we-
that made Dan feel feelings?
I I cried like
Gabby
a little
cried,
bitch.
but
Somebody
she feels
posted about
feelings.
it. They were like, "Hey, was it this scene?" And I was like, "It's exactly the fucking scene." You know what? Fuck it. Spoilers. It's where the fucking
It's like 2 weeks later.
Nechosaurus is standing on the pier, and the whole fucking like shit is just
Nechosaurus.
imploding behind it, and it's just like, "Meow," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is so sad."
So
Yeah.
the thing is, you haven't actually spoiled anything anyway, because in that movie, the trailer tells us that the whole island is getting fucked on.
Yeah.
By a
Good
Where
point.
did
Yeah.
they go?
And so, like, the storyline, you haven't ruined it, because there's a totally side storyline to this anyway. And the fact that a dinosaur is getting melted as they're fucking leaving
like,
the island is
Fading
like,
into the
yeah.
smoke.
like
You
that.
know it's dying.
It's totally like we very much know that that's a fucking possibility, considering the island is getting fucked on. So
It is nature.
it's not that much of a spoiler.
You know, it did
I don't
happen.
think. Yeah,
I
got emotional in
They
Deadpool.
all died in the real world.
yeah,
Mm.
you both got emotional in the
Yeah.
Deadpool thing.
Deadpool
I
made me
didn't.
sad.
Yeah.
I didn't get sad. At, well, I did. Like I was upset, but you guys got all sad
I
at.
felt a lot of feels.
What was the song? Take on Me. Was it?
Yeah, the fucking
Yes,
acoustic
I have
version.
that on my
I
on
know
my
that
Spotify.
like
It
we're
comes up.
literally just now replaying the episode that we reviewed Deadpool. We're
Hey,
literally doing that again. But
Before we get too far away from it, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, are we giving away tickets?
no.
Is that still a thing?
Nah, that'll be done.
gone by
That'll
the
be
time-
done?
Yeah.
All right, sorry guys.
Congratulations,
Hopefully
whoever won.
somebody won.
Oh god, Dan's opening second dinner.
Yeah,
Ew.
just feel it for a second.
I don't
Put your
want
hand on
the-
it. Just touch it. Squeeze it.
Wait,
gone hard.
what?
Hang on, wait. Can I hold it for a
Yeah,
second?
yeah,
Hang on. Let's
give-
see if it'll pick it up. Shh. Are you hearing how
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah, it's gone
Daniel?
hard.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's like
Oh, there we go.
I'm still hearing some barking.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Is there Chihuahua meat in there?
yeah, fuck. Probably that's.
They're
what-
going ape shit down there. Oh, Dan, that looks. Hang on, wait.
So it comes in this fancy tray with a
What
thing
is
on it.
Oh, is that like
I
to
think that's like
absorb
a
its
heat
moisture?
pad. I don't know. It's a heat pad. It's like kind of reflective as well. So I have a feeling it's like a heat pad. I don't know.
If it was foil, it would probably start
But
sparking.
the bottom is kind of soft still. It's moist and wet in the middle.
I'm camming.
The top is
Oh god.
like fucking hard.
You're losing all your seeds.
That's alright. They're the worst part of the. Oh no, it's glued together. I was gonna. Oh, there we go. So like I can open it up. It's got relish in there and shit.
Oh, it looks
Hey,
nice
that
and
doesn't
saucy.
look too bad.
Right?
Like,
That looks edible.
But like I guarantee trying to get through this is just gonna.
how
be
long
fucking
ago
nuts.
did you microwave this?
Yeah, I feel like that's
20
a
minutes.
yeah, that's probably a factor
And
here.
it's also it's
So take this review with a
2
grain of
minutes of
salt.
Hey, there's me. Hi.
2 minutes of heating. So
Oh god, it's
Yeah,
one of
so
those
it's
again. Oh,
2 minutes of
jeez.
heating. So yeah. So
It doesn't smell like an armpit.
But
Oh,
it doesn't
thank
smell
you.
like anything now because it's just cardboard because it's dried.
yeah, it's like cardboard.
Yeah. One of my mates had one of these when we were like just at the end of high school, and he worked at Woolies, and he was like, I you know, need to buy dinner.
You
And I
like
saw these, they were on special, and he bought one, and I had a bite, I think,
Yeah.
or I looked at it, and it was just like,
Food for the man on the go.
it's
That's what that is.
It's interesting because it's somewhere between like a still alive raccoon that's been smooshed between a bun, and then some insides leaked out, and that's what the cheese
If
is.
you chew into that microphone, I'm gonna fucking gut you
Oh,
like
he's
a fish.
doing it too. He's leaning away from his burger and towards the mic.
He's like, we'll put this over here.
Nope.
What were you
Do you
gonna
wanna
say?
bite? Do you
No.
want to bite?
No.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, try it. It's fucking great.
It looks awful.
It's
I don't wanna
really
eat
good.
the hard bit of the bun though.
No,
'cause
that
I
you
got
have
bad
to. It's
teeth.
part of the experience.
This feels like a meat pie.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We also don't know what the fuck is in meat pies. You sure you don't want some?
I'll have a little.
Give it a little go, man. It's fucking worth
Let's
it.
try this.
It's worth it.
Does
Just
the cheese
anywhere,
good?
anywhere you want. Fucking the cheese is good. I like it. It's dried as fuck. It's like
Damn,
plastic.
this tastes like I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah, well, probably.
It tastes like a meat pie.
Yeah.
You're right. That
That's
is meat
really
pie grade
weird.
burger.
But that tells me that we don't know what the fuck is in meat pies either. Therefore, what meat are we eating? How much % of beef is this?
I don't know. It says product will be hot. They lied.
When
Also,
did we become a
I
food review
understand.
show?
I know, right? Maybe I might do like a side gig where you guys do the Let's Plays and I do the cooking thing.
Dan, this product contains gluten.
Oh no, my
Celiac.
cannot handle gluten.
Okay. It
This
says
one said it contained cheese, which brackets milk.
Yeah, I know.
So you're in trouble.
And also, I know that it's a frozen product, and I get that frozen
Oh.
shit stays like good for ages.
Yep.
But this goes off on the 27th of May 2020.
20. That's fucked.
I wonder
Okay.
if that's after you eat it.
How much
much fat's in it?
beef? How much beef?
Mm.
How much beef do you think?
Oh,
Percentages.
well, this one was what? 24% beef, but that was 24%, I assume, of the 60-something percent.
Can you just fucking give me a number
Look
then?
how
So,
beefy this one
I'm
looks, though.
gonna
This one looks beefy as
guess-
fuck. 37.
No.
42?
No. 26.
Oh, wow.
You'd think it would be fucking more than that.
So what is it if it's not?
Oh.
Is that the percentage of beef in the beef patty, though?
I don't know.
Because that'd be brilliant. Oh, 42% is the bun. So
What?
most of that, I guess it must be by volume, not by weight. Because, well, there's no...
Did you fucking chew in there?
wasn't chewing the microphone.
Fuck. Oh, I said the C-bomb twice now, just as we get, like, monetized.
Monetized forever.
Yeah, that's a
Aw.
thing.
We're never gonna make money. You know
Oh,
that.
50 cents.
No. I mean, like they're gonna look at our shit and be like, "Fuck, no way."
Oh, yeah.
No.
No way. We're not monetizing these guys. Not a
People get in
chance.
trouble for playing, like, violent video games that have, like, you know, a gun in them and stuff, and we're sitting here, like, throwing out F-bombs and C-bombs and
Yep.
all them bombs.
I had a question for you,
Yeah.
and it might even make you
Gross.
drop more bombs. Drop more bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Might make you drop a few more bombs. I have been reading on the internet that people with Patreon
Oh, yep.
Mm.
and cosplayers and whatever else are starting to be like banned or fucking
Suspended.
suspended from being able to make money.
Yeah. So...
Tell me about this. I'm really curious because this is your main
This
shindig.
this is my shit. Most people know that I make, like, the majority of my income comes from Patreon. Like, that's my job. My job is to be, you know, internet ho, give me that money. But what's recently been happening on Patreon is that accounts have been you're doing such a good job over there, man.
Job.
You kick it. You're doing so good.
Keep going.
Accounts have been suspended recently, and it's been in the domain of accounts that are like boudoir, risque, lewd, lingerie shoots, you know, girls who do not safe for work stuff. And a lot of cosplayers have been hit recently as well because their banners will have them in, like, you know, lingerie and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. And so what was really confusing was when I signed up for Patreon, I read all the terms and conditions and shit. I don't usually read anything. Like, I'm lucky to read things once in a blip. That looks gross. But as I was reading it, it was like, you can have not safe for work content. Like, that's totally fine as long as you
Label it as that,
label
right?
it as not safe for work. Your name doesn't appear in search. So you put in your name and it won't appear in the search bars or anything like that.
Yep, that's fair.
But that's just part of having not safe for work stuff. But cosplayers are fucking pissed, man, because so many of us are out there doing the not safe for work style of things, like not necessarily pornography or like whatever like that.
It's not even close, though. I mean, like,
It's
at
not.
the end of the day, it's like
The
you
underwear
can see
photos.
as much
Exactly.
in, you know, a lingerie brochure or
Walk
even a
past the
Target
window of a
catalog.
fucking walk past the window of a lingerie place or Target.
Yeah.
And you'll see bra and undies and people in them.
It's
Yeah.
shithouse because a lot of the people that have been impacted are not being told why. So, for example, today, when this was recorded, Katiuska's account, Katiuska Moonfox, her account got suspended. And she was like, I don't understand. I've done everything by the book. And a lot of other cosplayers have as well. But they were like, there's no reasoning behind it. Your shit's just, suspended. But she contacted their support and eventually she got it back like quite quickly. But some people have had their accounts suspended for weeks. So it's a bit sus. So I had to go in and I looked at all my shit and I'm like, if I were a person who had a job and needed this to be not safe for work labeled, I just went through and I looked at my account and I'm like, what can I get rid of to make sure that I'm not being targeted by this? It's shit. I think it's shitty of a platform to be like, hey, it's cool if you have this content. And then they turn around and they're like, by the way, we're suspending your account.
Yeah.
Maybe they changed their terms.
I've reread it. I've reread it over and over, and it just says as long as it's marked as not safe for work and you're not posting not safe for work pictures on your public profile, as long as it's behind the paywall, it's fine.
Oh, there you go.
So
would not surprise me at all, literally, if someone in their team, their social team or whatever it is that they have, their team that runs this shit, went, the reporting on the statistics of all the people who use our program is super difficult for us to use or for us to gather. It's hard to pull stats. We need a tool that automatically divides people into different categories, and that way we can pull stats at a category base. A lot of the time, anywhere that requires social data gathering, we'll use a third-party tool. That third-party tool will categorize, different profiles and shit, and then you pull the data from that. I have a feeling that some real, intelligent person has done their research, pulled this tool in to gather all these stats and shit, and the tool has actually categorized a lot of people who have their content listed as not safe for work or have cosplay photos that are kind of risque, falling into the not safe for work category and causing them to end up being banned and shit.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if there is no manual review process on the people who've been banned until they message and complain about shit.
I think that's a lot of what's happening. That's people have been emailing them being like, hey, what's the go with this? You kind of sprung it on me a little bit. So I think that sounds totally possible. It's
plausible because a lot of the time that's the only way you're going to get a real yes or no definitive thing is to have a manual review. And if there are even 50,000 accounts, which is obviously hugely conservative, and you've got a team of even 100 people, which is way beyond what they would have, do the maths. It's going to take a while to check everybody's account thoroughly.
I feel like it's an autonomous process.
It's flagging them autonomously, but to then review things is a massive ordeal. Because that was the same thing with the YouTube thing. Yep. When they went through their little adpocalypse because they got scared because everybody was,
adpocalypse.
Bad people's videos were going up against big name ads and people got angry. They, I think, basically pulled everything back on partner program and all that stuff. And when we started this channel, I was like, okay, well, if they're going to run ads next to the video anyway, we might as well get 50 cents out of whatever it is.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And it took until now, literally this week, 2 days ago, for them to finally review our channel after I sent them a message and I was like, hey, so it says it's supposed to happen in a week or two.
It's been a while.
It's been 6 months. And I'm looking and, there's things saying, oh yeah, due to the overwhelming volume of these and this and that, they've actually put a whole, massive team on to...
I've just noticed how big his beard is. It's really good.
They put on a bigger team, and even then, it took them 3 months longer than what they reckoned.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Fluffy.
I got the same response about Spotify. They were like, we're not accepting any new shows at the moment. And I was like, I was told 6 weeks. What the fuck is going on? And the same day we got monetized on YouTube, we ended up on Spotify.
Hey, we're on Spotify. You can go check out this podcast and a bunch of, I think, other we put up.
Yeah, I don't know where
the current
the first 20 are there.
First 20 episodes of our podcast are up on Spotify and on iTunes, I think. I can't remember. Somebody yelled at their Google. They were like, hey, Google, play Boneyard Arcade podcast on Spotify. And it was all like, I can't find it. And I'm like, what the fuck is the point of living?
You probably don't have to say podcast. I think it's just... I searched it.
I'm just like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, those things are really finicky. If you get the wording wrong, it's fucked. My lights, if I say bedside lamp, it won't work. It's I'm sorry, that device isn't set up. I say bedside light, it's oh yeah, that one. Yeah, no, all good.
Yeah. We'll have to test it. I haven't tried yet.
I don't. When you were like, hey, I get the email. It's like, hey, you're good to go. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
And then I tell everybody that it's good. And then people are like, that doesn't work. And I'm like, I should have checked first.
Yeah, no, the first time that we got the email, I went and checked because I was like, yeah. It was 4 a.m. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'm going to go and check this out. I'm really excited about this.
Go to bed.
I got there and it was episode 7 and episode 14. Have been uploaded.
I saw that.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I emailed them at 4:30 and I was like, oh, hey guys, just trying to work out the fuck is up. 2 of our 35 episodes are online.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me what the fuck is going on with Spotify and why our shit's fucked? And they were like, oh, it's a bit of a technical issue. Apparently we've pulled your episodes from a different source other than Podbean, which is where we're located.
Where would the source have been that had 2 episodes?
I'll admit to the fact that before I signed up to Podbean, I signed up to Buzzsprout.
Oh, okay.
And Buzzsprout gave you limited free space.
I saw those emails and I was really confused. I'm like, what the fuck is Buzzsprout?
And then I signed up to fucking SoundCloud and paid $145 and then learnt that you can't get on Spotify through SoundCloud. So I cancelled that.
Maybe that's why SoundCloud was going under, because no one wants to work with them.
Yeah, I think they're like kind of on the way out. But like they couldn't get our shit up. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go over to Podbean. And I guess a lot of people would be like, Podbean is terrible. But I was like, it got us on Spotify. It's given us a fucking, like, we've got a user interface. We've got all our episodes online. Like,
we're getting there.
We're on iTunes.
Making a podcast isn't easy.
No.
Doing it right isn't easy.
No. What the fuck?
Yeah, everyone makes it out. It's like, I'm going to start a podcast with my friends in a bedroom. It's like, cunts, it's fucking... Oh, shit. Motherfucker.
The cunt count.
Guys, it's hard, all
We're
right?
not going to be censoring these things, by the way.
Oh.
If you're going to say it, you're going to censor it.
Yeah.
I am, aren't I?
Cunt.
We're not censoring
No, damn.
Oh, sorry.
anything. It's not worth the time.
No,
it's not.
For the 2
No,
cents
no,
they'll
no,
give
no.
you once
Somebody
a
send
month.
us like 50 cents in the mail so that it
Every
pays
time
for
we
this.
say the word
Yeah.
cunt.
No, oh my
Because
god.
we'll lose 50
It's
cents
not
for
even
every
send
cunt that's on the
$1
show.
anymore. Send 50 cents to offset the need to censor this.
There's so many cunts everywhere.
We've become poorer.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to test something before we go.
Okay.
Hey, Google. Play Boneyard Arcade on Spotify.
Sorry, Boneyard Arcade either isn't available on Spotify or can't be played right now.
You're full of shit, bitch.
If you like this episode, remember to subscribe, hit the like button, leave us a comment. You can find us on all the social medias. I swear to God, the podcast is actually on Spotify.
I just
Go
proved
check
how
it out.
big a set of losers we are by like...
That's the first thing I did was Google it on my way to
Yeah.
work. I was like, you know what? I want to see if we're actually on Spotify.
Fuck you, Google Home.
Oh, wow, okay.
Feels like an achievement.
Until next time, guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.
See ya.